Okay, welcome back. So obviously, as you can see and as you've been hearing about, this February blast of winter, not just affecting the Midwest, but a whole expanse of the country that has reached down into Texas. The main problems that came with that, the problems that they were describing there and that you've been hearing about were with storm system number 1. There was actually a second one that went through yesterday that deposited some additional ice and snow, but it was that first one several days ago that really just pummeled everybody there in Oklahoma and Texas. And that was the system that brought us 5.5 inches into Grand Rapids just a couple days ago. Right now, though, we've actually got fairly clear skies out there. There's some very high-level clouds that were thicker right around late afternoon into this evening. You probably noticed that our sunshine that was so prominent throughout the day, it did tend to get dimmed or at least filtered towards the back half of the day. But then the clouds have thinned out recently. We're down to around 10 degrees. It's going to become mostly cloudy, though, again in the overnight. I anticipate mainly cloudy conditions at 7 a.m. through noon. Although, the clouds may have some disorganization in the look to them when you wake up tomorrow morning. There's just going to be a lot of these high and mid-level clouds around. They're not going to be real low yet. So perhaps you'll notice a little bit of disorganization to them. Eventually, they'll lower to the point where some scattered flurries can come about. We'll reach 25 degrees in the afternoon. Now, let's go to the headlines. Flurries on Thursday for Grand Rapids, for Kalamazoo. Once you get over towards Battle Creek and then heading over in the vicinity of especially Detroit, that's where there can be some light accumulations. I'm talking Battle Creek, maybe, a coating, something like that, perhaps at worst a half of an inch. But the inch to 2 inches is more towards DTW. Those are the letters for Detroit, the airport. So not around here. We're going to miss this one. And then the next real shot for snow I'll look out for will be potentially on Sunday. But even that, if that comes to fruition, it's not going to be a crippling storm. I'm talking about a couple inches, I think, at that time. Here's your daytime highs. Average high for tomorrow, 34 degrees. Looking at 25. We'll take it, though. I mean, today was 22, and it actually felt pretty darn decent after what we've been coming out of all these afternoons in the teens. It had the sunshine, though. That helps out. That higher, later February sun angle, it really does play a role, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. It hasn't felt that bad the last couple of days. 26 is on board Friday and Saturday. Then we start to jump into the lower 30s Sunday. 35 on Monday, and here we go, upper 30s Tuesday and Wednesday. That's something to really look forward to down the line. A lot of cold air still lingering across pretty much this entire chart, so it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. However, the numbers, they're not as bad as they were several days ago. We had so many of those readings well below zero. Not the case anymore. You come northward into Canada, and it's fairly reasonable. Single digits here. How about lower 30s along British Columbia? And that's because air rushing in from the Pacific is starting to get entrained into the pattern, and that's going to help to get us milder next week. Temps right now near 10 degrees. We got high pressure that is not far away. But this low pressure system coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, a lot of moisture with it. It is going to be missing us, though, for the most part. The main axis, the main corridor of heavy moisture headed over towards the mid-Atlantic states and the New England states. There is an appendage of some low pressure, though, extending off to the west. That's going to come northward and bring us this shot at flurries and some light snow showers, particularly across the eastern half of our viewing area for late morning and more in particular tomorrow afternoon. There's all the advisories and warnings. Those are not coming in here, but there's that little batch of snow that I'm going to be watching for tomorrow. Let's go to the RPM model, see how it plays it out. Clouds increasing overnight tonight. Mostly cloudy to start on Wednesday. On Thursday, I should say, you can see that this western part of this system over towards the east coast starts to come up in southeast Michigan, and then the back edge of that tries to creep into our eastern counties here. So areas like Branch County northward into Calhoun and Eaton, perhaps we're getting a coating of snow tomorrow. I think it's mainly just flurries in Grand Rapids, so I'm not anticipating any surprises. The European model will pick it up on Friday, and then some flurries and snow showers again Friday because lake effect will get involved, but this is not going to be anything real big. Again, a coating, an inch, something on that order. You go into Saturday, we're quiet, a little bit of sunshine, and then this system on Sunday that perhaps could be the main player overall in the next 7 days. We'll keep an eye on that. Not set in stone yet, still 4 days down the line. Then it gets milder. Derek and Janice, we're really cheering this on near 40 Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, can't wait for that.
Great news.
Anthony, thanks. Still ahead